This is the Maxace Vortex-S, or as I like to call it, the budget-friendly version of the Maxace Vortex 2. Now, obviously, there's a couple differences, not least being the price, but at the same time, other subtle differences such as materials and the overall look and the weight of the thing and the general handling. But at the same time, Vortex is Vortex, one coming in at $700 while the other one is $158-ish, depending on coupons and availability and sales. Now, how do I feel about this more budget-friendly version of the Vortex? Well, first things first, this is feel-wise very similar knife, aside from the weight of the thing and obviously the aesthetic differences, which you might like, you might not like. This thing is still a monster in the hand. Opening it and using it, you can have one hand, you can have two hands. There's a lot of options. At the same time, it's also a very pretty profile still. I like the way this whole thing sits. Actually, I'm going to need to get my camera a little bit wider still to focus on this thing. But seeing how this thing actually operates and the profile of it, it reminds me quite a bit of those, let's say, Roman gladiuses. And there are other differences as well, such as the smaller pocket clip, for example, and they're both still right hand only carry. And obviously the micarta handle decreases the weight. It makes the overall package significantly lighter and almost feel, I'd say, more natural to hold. Like you don't have these rivets or screws or other accessory items holding you on your hand in. And at the same time, it's also like warmer, I guess the best way to put it. It feels more comfy and less artificial. But Vortexes are Vortexes, and you still get accessories that come with this knife. Various pins and screws and accoutrements to replace and repair and to upgrade various parts and customize the knife and fix what might break, who knows. Now, I'm being very careful with opening and closing stuff at the moment because of the other things surrounding it, but if I was opening at speed, you can still deploy the knife quickly. You can still close it nicely. Like the weight feels good in the hand. Doesn't feel super top heavy, for example. And if I was to hold it, like obviously with all the handholds you have, it feels really comfy and ergonomic in my hand. Like I have a good chopping motion that I can institute at the same time. So for decreasing the cost, I feel like this knife has maintained the sturdy structure of what a Vortex needs to be. And as far as ASMR goes, now that is a deep, full-bodied sound. There's a lot of weight behind the opening and the closing, and it just feels so strong to use. And honestly, for a knife this big, I feel like it's extremely easy to deploy. Like I'm deploying this horizontally, but even if I'm deploying it upwards, I can still do it with quite a bit of ease and with just my thumb. And at the same time, you can obviously put a lanyard through the back of it for various carries and tassels and who knows what else, whatever you might want to put there, that is an option for you. And obviously you can also put a pin in the top. So if you want to sturdy this up a little bit and not act like it's a frame lock knife, more like it's a fixed blade knife, that is your choice as well. Or if you want to comply with European laws, that is there for you too. This knife also does the thing where the actual frame moves in so that I can grip it as hard as I want to on the sides, and I don't have to worry about making it uncomfortable to open if my hand, let's say, slips and causes undue tension. Yes, this knife is lighter than its Vortex brother, but at the same time, it is still beefy, and unless you're, let's say, Shaq, I don't quite see you pocket carrying it, but hey, if you can, let me know. Send us a pic on Instagram, because that'd be awesome. But that's just my opinion on the thing. Let me know what you think about this knife and the Vortexes and Maxace in general in the comments down below. Feel free to hop in the Discord. We're talking about more knife mods and knife news and knife sales, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.